Today, the first term of the 2024 academic year officially kicked off across the country. Here at Nakasero Primary School in Kampala, learners stand up for their studies. When we got there, learning was already taking place within the classrooms. But for the head teacher, Gerald Mujasi, the school's preparations for this term have been disrupted by the delayed disbursement of the capitation grant funds. For government-aided schools in Kampala, this money is channeled through the Kampala Capital City Authority.
But for the case of term 1, 2024, in fact, this money, we have been told the money is in the district, and sooner or later, this money we are going to receive.
Because of this delay, some of the school's operations have been affected.
Take for instance, it helps us in like paying water bill, electricity, making some repairs, all that.
But while they wait for the funds, Mujasi says the school has fallen back on voluntary funds provided by parents to run its operations.
And it's what is helping us to buy like instructional material and cleaning up the school. You cannot sit and begin lamenting, no. You have to be innovative as a head teacher.
In other parts of the country, government schools are also facing similar challenges.
And money is a source, is the blood of an institution. It greatly affects us.
Government can try to increase the grants that they are giving to the schools. We want also to support these girls.
To them, delayed disbursement is a daily occurrence.
There's been a culture, as I said. We normally open schools without receiving capitation grant, but as soon as school begins is when we receive.
We work in deficits, more so the previous release and this current release.
Philbert Baguma, the UNATU General Secretary, lays the blame for this struggle squarely on the heads of local governments who fail to remit the funds once they are wired from the state treasury.
You will find some local governments which are slow, or some local governments which might be having issues of accountability and money is not released to them.
1 week ago, the Ministry of Finance released 136.5 billion shillings in capitation grants to government schools. Under this arrangement, government spends 20,000 shillings per learner under universal primary education, 175,000 per learner under universal secondary education, as well as 270,000 per learner under the universal post-O-level education and training program.
It's the money that you will use to buy scholastic materials, co-curricular activities is charged on this money, and then payment of utilities.
We got release advice from the ministry, but Ministry of Finance took time to give us the cash limits, then the warrants. The warrants were just approved last weekend, and this week we should be able to complete the processing so that the schools are able to use the capitation.
This delay not only affects the school's operations, but also the education services that they offer to learners.
Because at the end of the day, the heads of schools and education institutions are the ones who will be blamed for not performing, for not doing what was supposed to be done.
But State Minister for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Moriku Kaducu, has reassured the affected head teachers that this money will be delivered to them in 1 week's time.
But the process is there, and I'm very hopeful before the end of the week, the money meant for capitation grant for all the primary schools, secondary schools, it will be in the various districts to ensure that once this money reaches the district, it should go to the beneficiaries. It should go to the schools, and the schools perform their duty as expected.
The shortage of funds has not only affected government-aided schools, but private institutions as well. Some of the private schools we visited today have posted a low learner turn-up owing to the inability of parents to raise the school fees needed.
It seems economically people are not doing well. That's why I think we have a low turn-up today.
And some of them are doing business, but maybe the business is doing well. We have always been accommodative. We allow them and they pay the fees.
The first term is expected to run up to 3rd May 2024. Joyce Nakato, NTV Tonight.